So today we're discussing all things black tax. So I think it's important for us to just give a bit of a background of who you are and where you come from, so that you can get to what is black tax. Maybe you can start with me.
I'm Inathi Ntanjana. I'm coming from a middle class family. My father is a businessman. My mother is currently staying at home right now. Yeah, that's what I would say. Yeah.
Okay, you guys, just like you know me, Simthandile Mgabadeli. I come from a working class family, no, not a wealthy one.
Yeah. So I'm always. I think when I was growing up as a young kid, to some extent, I think I was spoiled to some extent because I think I would receive anything that I asked for at that stage. So I remember one day I was crying for a PSP the whole night, and then and the next day my mother went to buy it for me. So I need to tea. Okay, so how do you think my family is there to reach that point where you owe me for SZN the zone?
To be honest, I don't know. What is black tax first? Black tax, it doesn't have an objective meaning. It is subjective material. How now describe black tax will not be the same way when you describe it. I think it's something related to entitlement. Or maybe sees you as an investment that will later pay you up in the future and wants to maybe achieve their goals through you, or you be a financier if there's such a way for their goals. I think that's where it comes from. That's how
Now I would say, based on my own view, I would say indlela babukhulisa ngayo, ne? Because I would say Nomel umzala kuxelela uba xa umdala sowuphangela ubunika laa nto uba no ungalibali ngefemeli yakho behind. That's what I would say, that ungumntu ndawona umzali wakho sithi uyani umthenge xa unemali zakho into yokuqala that must do the whole of the amount that you earn, you must come and spend it with me. So ubonisa andithi mayenziwe loo nto le, but ubonisa indlela abonisa uba kukho ifemeli ngapha, uzungathi ihlabathi lonke, uzungathi ndizothina, uzungatshati ugqule imali ifemeli yakho. Then think that family yakho has nothing to do. But always consider that we have a family, but I didn't know what umzali wakho umthengele indlu ngemali yakho. You can do that if you want.
So you think it's justifiable? Okay, yeah.
One question now, like the point, your obligation. Why go? Must they make you feel obligated? Maybe must ends alone.
Yeah, that's the question you can pose.
Because it's I mean, like it's sensible. I mean, to go back home, uyondo.
To give back.
To give back.
Yeah.
Not necessarily giving back. Not but like uyozibonakalisa.
Yeah, udlala
indima yakho is the term.
To some extent, yes, they even question your manhood. Into enjani na Simthandile engafuni ukondla ifamily yakhe asishiya ekhaya. Yazi sometimes they even send a voicemail abazali umzekelo
Those groups, those family groups.
Family group, I send a voice note, you Simthandile ndiyalamba apha. Don't. How do you deal with that emotional blackmail, man, as blacks? How do you deal with that? Okanye kuthe umzala katata omkhulu kabani uyalaba maxeseni, now you are obliged, you must wena uyomhlamula kulanto. How do you deal with that?
I can never advise because I haven't been through it now. So I don't know how. I don't have anything to say how.
But like, I mean, like nervous at the moment.
But what I think, how can I say this now? Like when you should help. Now you should protect them. If now you lose my logic, to some extent it's your fault. because now you have to come up here.
Pay off.
Of balls. And say, never know.
Yeah.
Because I know, people will try as far as you allow them. Man. They'll go, what happens is what you allow, I think. If you have a no, and they know once you push this, they can't push these boundaries away. You have to set boundaries. That's what I would say. You must not just tolerate and accept everything.
Yeah, my master's out. Even though my mother do that, every wisdom. Actually, no, when I'm sure they are on color. When I'm pregnant, we always say, when I was going to back on
I haven't seen. I'm experience that.
I do. I just keep quiet and leave her speaking like that. So I know it's disrespectful, but we are dear about the book. I don't know when tell alone no go eating. So that's why very tell a little food head.
Right.
Right. Little my funny for a way. It
Okay. So I think if you have seen the suffering of Mama or Dad, and you have seen the family going through a lot, how do you respond to them? When you have made it, how do you then? Sorry for that.
Yes.
So just someone. Sorry for that. If you have seen I want to repeat. If you have seen the suffering of a family or a family member or whatever, how do you then deal with the emotional blackmail? Because now you already know who tatomkhulu we are sokola emakhaya. Now your mother calls you, Nathi, tatomkhulu akandiyoja pha ulambile. Don't wena usikhathalelanga into eze ukhathalele amankazana. Don't. How do you deal with that? How do you think we should deal with that as a black society? Because sometimes we are forced to do izinto that we do not want to do because of emotional blackmail. So how do we deal with that?
Pretty much want to say something similar to what I say now. I say you have to grow a thick skin, man. And try not to be emotionally blackmailed as well. I'm not saying don't help, but not be coerced into helping.
So here's another question I want to ask. Black tax. Okay, I understand that you have to give back, man. So the question is, for how long do you give back? Do you give back for the rest of your life? For until your mother dies or whatever? In some instances, they even leave umsebenzi.
Hey, bruh, like I was just about to say that, like I heard from my teacher, you know, so like Lomdana was in training up until Afunda, and then she got the job where she was, you know, working at, but like based on the part-time, but wafumana full-time job because we were Afunda graduate. Uncle Wike, man, young man in his like mid-40s or something, what the retirees, would you have been paying for your stuff? So like now, that's the end.
Yeah.
You will be looking after me and all of that.
That's bullshit. But no, I'm sorry. I use the bulk language. But I would say I wouldn't but in the money up until half. No.
What do you do? Uthatha i-receipts and pay them back. What do you do? Do you pay back the exact amount? Because if is claiming that food is here, do you just pay back la money, school fees? What do you do? Do you owe them for the rest of your life? That is the question.
And like I be man, because like now you feel like, okay, I'm chalumd. And like you don't do things because out of your heart, just because you
want to pay back.
Yeah, you want to get them to stop talking or indezinjal. And like earlier on, you raised the point about like ukule in like poor conditions and all of that. I mean, like for some kid, it becomes like your personal goal. But okay, mandit and phone then this now okay, imagine so uxelele into uhambe uyoxelelwa. like already mna vese ngiphume kwimuntu like asking ngingaxelelwa like sendizixelele ngento. Like I don't want to be told.
It's like vale xa uzosebenzisa. So now we're talking in the city game. You're not coming from a poor family. You're coming from a working class family. Now family elokuzana. Oh, it's time to start with naso.
We're in the middle of
Your father's a businessman, your mother's a stay-at-home mom. They can afford these things, they can afford whatever
they can live.
They can live, they can survive. That's what we're talking about. Bangapila. But all of a sudden, now you start working, suddenly you send messages, say alarm. No. How do you deal with that? That is my question.
Mafuni stipend. No, we haven't answered. We haven't gone into that.
Why are you entitled? Why should you give that stipend?
First,
is it a cultural thing? Is it a religious thing? What is going on?
But like, I think we must note one thing for our viewers. We're not saying that you shouldn't give back. No, we're not like pushing that back. We are for that, ne?
Yeah.
But the abusive part, the over.
The over. You just sent him money, 5,000. Then halfway through the month, Limyoli Moni. There was this other crazy lady. You got this story on Facebook. Sister yam iphangela eGauteng ibeya 9,000. Le sister yam le ayinamntana ayinantontoni usithumelela 2,000 ekhaya. Uyakhalaza udla 2,000 encinci la 7,000 uyenza ntoni la mntu because akanabantwana
uhlalaphi qala utya ntoni.
So there are such things that are happening.
Because I also remember it's similar to that. Omnye naye utsho mos waya ngokwabo wabona sexhotywa ngokuthi ayikho wena njenzekayo ngokuthi ngosisa wakhe because yena besonwaba esela lo mntu already sent 2.5. Can you guess how sister replied? She sent us a lousy 2.5.
Oh, lousy. Ebeyithatha phi?
10,000 bacaba ilousy 2.5.
So, okay, we have dealt with it. We have called it black tax. What about those who turn their back on their family once they've made it? What do you say about that?
I don't have nothing to say about it. It's like, I think it's a why he or she did that.
I think I'm not saying you should voice your personal view of that. I think, how do we condemn that? Simthandile Mgabadeli? You have seen the sufferings of your mother. I can't tell the story. I'll tell it off air. How do you live, man? You have seen suffering come on. And then suddenly, once you have made it, disappear. With thin air. You don't call, you don't, nothing. And then suddenly, you come back.
Yeah, that happens to me.
Yeah, I don't know what I should say.
No, I don't know what to say.
Because I don't even need your own law where you can speak some sense into them. Because it's clear that their mind is already made up.
But that shouldn't. There's no excuse for that, man. Like Imbi.
I don't really now be able to be. No, give me like if I had the means.
Suddenly, because maybe mama go out a lady one way, then you suddenly am zoned. How do you heal your own blood? How do you live knowing that I will keep our way, but you have money? You are well off. Just because you are running away from so-called black tax, you want to live a life of a Westerner.
Is that a solution, though?
What?
For some, but the thing is, now this is different. Now you are, let's describe as your family members being entitled. Like they want to support from you, everything they want from you. That's how I would describe black tax. But if you the one who already made up your mind way before even Mama or Musali asked, okay, I'm going to let this happen. If we are and you decide, or you're just on a way, isn't that I don't think there is black tax.
Yeah,
I wouldn't. Black tax, like I said, it's when they coerce or emotionally blackmail, or my definition of it, is when they blackmail you into giving them money or supporting them or being their main provider.
When they're able to live them for themselves.
whilst they're able to, or whenever, even if they are poor or whatever,
Because they should be trying at least ways to survive. Even though we're now.
what if they're not trying? I think they'll be like,
I can like.
That's skill. That's how we describe it. Expect a salary out of my salary. You know, players,
Ngabi na war nyana mu 10 zakubhatala.
That's skill. That's when I'll understand you. But then, out of the blue, there wasn't black tax. You just decided they can survive. They've survived without me making money when I was a child. We still do it now.
yeah, but I
don't agree with
don't support that.
I don't support that.
Any final words on black tax?
I would say who's being affected by black tax. That's what I think is those people aren't going to stop blockade money. You have to be the one who goes to fix it and put an end to it.
But also that opens another chain of problems in some way. Because like for when your image is over messed up, your family in the community as well. Because like now you'll be seen as that guy.
That's another topic.
You'll be seen as that guy who runs away from his family with imali after having been taken care of and young alone.
Yeah. But get people who think what they think, anyways.
A topic within a topic, sorry. The idea of as about their image in the family or whatever. As in families, there's that one guy, that rich guy who's respected. Ne?
Yeah.
Yo!
Uba ufuna ego ayizoqala i-meeting.
Hey man,
Wena nathi ungaza namazambane. Wena ungaza ne-rice.
who wants to be that guy who was...
Uzaza nenkomo. Isn't that black tax? Abantu buzanga.
Hey man,
Bayandixelela. How do you deal with that? Because
well, there's good and bad Claude, in that position.
I would say if you football
Since you're like,
mastermind.
you're well respected and all of that, but like, the other part,
But bear in mind,
for your possessions, both.
But bear in mind that respect comes with disrespect of abanye abantu.
Yeah.
Or are you want to
Hey.
respect or
Yeah, you.
Hey.
Abanye abantu are being disrespected while you are being respected when.
You won't get respect if many.
Don't expect me to Noba nje na 25 uthatha na 50.
are they respecting you or your pockets?
Yeah.
Fucking pockets. Okay. Isn't that some sort of black tax fund?
Yeah.
They are deciding for you. I was taking more Simthandile.
Watch for him because
Awuzwa. They just know about okay. They just know about something. Pangela wa
Avis.
or Avis.
Manager.
Regional manager.
Serious companies go.
Ewe.
So pay those in this group.
It's good. I think
Okay, that was it. That was it. The net was needs nothing to this is. But take go.
Sometimes the wife bazoch. Hayi nglamfazi.
Hey, very great.
Yeah, that's a topic within a topic as well.
Nglamfazi.
Yes, in black families, you're gonna blame your wife, man.
Yeah.
Yo.
Unathi wayelungile okuwatshana zangaphinda zenabani kulamfazi. Why is it always negativity when it comes to you getting married?
But like we
Even
can't.
if a husband has to die now, not of kulamfazi.
But like we also can't like
Yeah,
look down on the like amandla umfazana kwindoda yakhe though.
But sometimes
Even for good and bad.
sometimes
Yeah.
it's just you. It's just
And the influence, umfazi, you.
I'm not influence.
Yay. But like now,
Now,
There are some cases.
it's our blame.
There are some cases of black tax. Umfazi tells you away from your family.
Yeah.
Okay, the apple fitter.
yeah, okay. Nabizi makam.
No. Quando man, I think it was on Facebook, what do you? No man, Mchita, pay 100K. Then, when we kind of feel, I'm jiggy. Oh, I did is on what will the mile. Then when we kind of, I tell you, 50% of the mile. You have wow. Then, go data. We say 10% the mile. What do you put it?
Now, in that case, I'll blame you as the guy. Again, how can you be so
I'm just blind.
You are blind.
They're naive, no?
How are you? How do you get tricked into deceiving? You like deserting your whole family away from you. Yes, I understand my passport. But how, when I have a family, you're passport.
Uqala ngeyiphi kuqala?
Kona ngeyiphi? I-25 year pay. Kala ngeyiphi?
But I think that's where you guys should sit down and like have a proper conversation. But okay.
Okay, I this team.
Athi hayi ngoba kuyathakada. Uthi la bro.
Lono babethu. Hayi kuyadlala. 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 No GBV.
Same reason you don't fit the work.
Mfita mali yangu. Yeah, man, I think
I would say,
let's just wrap it up.
I would say when we're wrapping up, I would say, can you pay because my pay then I know, if can be between you, I don't know, man. But I evil. Yeah, it is. All of them are better than when I'm dying. Yeah, I don't say that.
So lifetime investment, so bazond.
So la mali yabo bantu be-rent tenants
That's your solution.
Solution now. That's it. Wait, that's a solution.
that's my solution but
To black tax.
and then when
Ufa.
the house comes back
To you.
to the owner.
Invest into yourself.
If
Ka hauchambisa.
I have a question.
That is the question we are concluding. That is the thing. You must wrap up with your own solution if you have.
I don't have a solution. No. Besides, no.
Just throw your question, it won't be answered though.
yourself.
I just throw your question.
Yeah. When you say you haven't paid all in this house. And the levies.
Obviously, lofuna uqala uyigqibele zonke zonke. Well, noba ukayigqibi isangena kubo and noba i-bond like eventually izawuthi iphele and ibuyele kuwe possibly.
The other. Omastandi because bazo lamazongena kubo then babadala amanzi. Yonke laa nto.
Yeah.
Bathi change.
Wena ubhatala i-bond cha
I'm just paying the bond.
okanye
That's a solution.
That's my
To
solution.
black tax.
kusezawukhiwa ke in that case.
It does a solution.
What is in this case? This is guys.
Oh, guys, thank you very much. That's our take on the black tax. Personal views doesn't reflect the page. It reflects the individual. If users are if users yellow for compare. If you now questions after yeah. Okay. Thank you guys. Thank you very much. This is
Also,
Let's Talk.
if you do have something to add on, please add them in the comment section.
This is Let's Talk.
Signing out.
Amazing.